So we're going to crack this thing open. We're going to take a look at all of the cards. I'm going to put the prices on the screen for you. And at the end, we're going to run the full MTG box analysis, where we'll go over set coverage, duplication, value of the set currently, and then the value that we saw in this box. And then we're going to do a comparison of the 3 collector booster boxes, so you can have a pretty reasonable idea of what to expect when getting your hands on one of these boxes. Now, these are still pretty darn pricey. As soon as that one ring is found, I expect these things to crash pretty darn hard, because there just doesn't seem to be enough value in these. So let's go ahead and crack open pack number 1 here and see if maybe this is the box that will give us a ring of any kind. Even a soul ring will be fine. Some of these packs are just extremely hard to open. I don't know why. Just the glue, the seal, like they really didn't want anyone tampering with these packs. And I appreciate that, but also at the same time, it means that I can really damage these cards. And considering these things are almost $40 a pack, that is just silly. All right. Finally broke through. Got ourselves up to card number 1. So we got a Hithben Knots, followed by a Nimble Hobbit. Then we're going to see ourselves Eomer Flamesmith, followed by a Morgul Knife Wound. Then we're going to see Eckenbrand, Lord of Westfold, followed by Gift of Strands. Then we're going to see ourselves the Mountain. And then we're going to see Goldberry River Daughter as our first main set rare, followed by a Mithril Coat Artifact Extended Art. Decent hit there. Then we're going to see Subjugate the Hobbits coming in from the Commander set. That's pretty mean. Then we're going to see Gollum Patient Plotter, followed by the Shire in Borderless. Then we're going to see Pippin's Bravery in the Scene version, with Prince Imrahil the Fair also in Scene version, with Fangorn Tree Shepherd coming in as another Borderless Scene card, with a Food and a Ballistic Boulder. I don't think I've seen that token yet. All right, let's see if pack number 2 opens up a little bit easier for us. Yay, hooray, we broke through. All right, so this one kicks off with the Torment of Gollum. And then we're going to see Dreadful as the Storm, with a Quarrel's End. And then we're going to see a Mirkwood Bats. That would be the money slot right there, slot number 4. Then we're going to see Old Man Willow, followed by Voracious Fellbeast, and then an island. Then we're going to see the Battle of Bywater, followed by Shelob, Child of Ungoliant. And then Taunt of the Rampart coming in from Commander, with Samwise the South-Hearted. And then we're going to see a Barrows Down, which is a Bajuka Bog. Very cool to see that. This is going to be a pretty decent hit for us, valued just over $10. So we'll put that one to the side. And then we're going to see Barad Dur coming in as a Borderless Legendary Land with an Oliphant. And then we're going to see Tom Bombadil coming in Foil Showcase. Very nice to see this. Tom is not quite as valuable as I think a lot of people thought he was going to be, but is worth a few dollars and is a mythic. All right, then we get ourselves a Food and a Treasure token. So we're up to 2 mythics now. I'll be tracking those on the screen for you as well. I've been doing that for all the collector booster boxes. So in case you don't have time, the extra 7 minutes or so for the analysis, you can still know what the rare and mythic count is. So we got Breaking of the Fellowship, followed by a Nasty End with an Enraged Huron. And then we're going to see Now for Wrath, Now for Ruin, followed by Gimli, Counter of Kills. Then we've got Gawahir the Windlord with our Swamp. And then we're going to see a Display of Power coming in from the main set, with Rangers of Ithilithan coming in as our extended art rare, with a Model of Unity from Commander, followed by Gimli, Counter of Kills. And then we're going to see Sauron the Necromancer in Showcase, followed by Gothmog, Morgul Lieutenant, Fray of Orcs, and a Delighted Halfling, which is one of the pre-release cards in Foil Extended Art. Really wish they did not put those in the last slot. The last slot is supposed to be, other than the chase slot, kind of where you see your premier card. And the fact that those are in, $30 pre-release kits as well as $40 collector packs as the last slot is a little disheartening. All right, so we got a Mushroom Watchdogs, followed by Soothing of Smeagol. Then we're going to see a Galadriel Bow with Fire of Orthonk. Then we're going to see Stone of Erech, followed by Friendly Rivalry. Then we're going to see ourselves a Plains with a Glamdring coming in, Mythic from the main set. Decent hit here, valued over a couple of dollars. Nice Mythic. And then we're going to see Isildar's Fateful Strike with Bilbo's Ring Extended Art. Bilbo's Ring is going to be valued over $10, so that's a pretty good rare hit for us. Then we're going to see Peregrine Took, followed by Sauron the Dark Lord coming in and Showcase. Very nice. Does hold some value as a Mythic with Gollum Patient Plotter. This is one of the included in every bundle, and his arm is reaching out to the ring. Followed by a foil Nazgul. Very nice. So the Nazguls have come back down a little bit in price, and I anticipate they'll continue to drop, but I think they'll stay within the $2 to $4 range as an uncommon for the set. And then we're going to see a foil Borderless Orcish Bowmasters. Very nice hit here. This is going to be one of the most expensive cards in the set. Very nice. Followed by a food token and an Orc Army. We may have actually made our money back on that pack with a Sauron and Orcish Bowmasters. Very cool. All right, so this one kicks off with a Shire Scarecrow, followed by Shower of Arrows, Rally at the Hornburg, Revive the Shire with a Stern Scolding, Build the Pony, followed by our Plains. Then we're going to see King of the Oathbreakers coming in as our main set rare with the Ring Goes South. And Grey Host Reinforcements coming in from Commander with Elrond, Lord of Rivendell. Then we're going to see Legolas Master Archer in Showcase with Grey Havens, Pippin's Bravery, and Bromir, Warden of the Tower as our extended art rare in the back with a food and a human soldier token. All right, moving into pack number 6 here. This represents the 30th collector pack I've opened up on the channel, and still no ring of any shape, size, or framing. So we get an Errand Rider of Gondor, Bag and Porter, Protector of Gondor, and then we're going to see Pelargir Survivor with Foray of Orcs, Denethor Ruling Steward with our island, and then we're going to see Rivendell coming in from the main set. I am a fan of the land, so and I do like the land cycle in this set. Followed by the Watcher in the Water, Mythic Extended Art coming in here. Very cool. Does hold a little bit of value. And then we're going to see Arrestor of the Council from Commander with Meriadoc Brandybuck. And then we're going to see Isengod's Saruman Fortress, which is Bosiju, who shelters all, from the Commander set. So one of the extended art lands. Very nice. With a Flame of Anor. And then we're going to see a Nasty End with Gandalf the Grey, which is a nasty end for this pack. Then we're going to see a Human Soldier and a food token. All right, moving on into stack number 2, pack number 7. This is going to be another one that does not want to open. I did slide all the cards down to make sure the knife did not have any chance of hitting any cardboard there. All right, so this one's going to start off with an Isolation of Orthonk, a Hobbit Sting, Battle-Scarred Goblin with a Generous Ent. Then we're going to see Selborn the Wise with Horses of Brunuin, a Forest. And then we're going to see Gimli, Mournful Avenger as our main set rare with Call of the Ring, Extended Art rare. Then we're going to see Fires of Mount Doom with another Nazgul. Very cool to see this. This is actually number 100, which means it's the one from the main set as opposed to the 8 extra ones. So very cool to see that. Then we're going to see Rivendell, followed by a Nasty End, Legolas Counter of Kills, And Frodo Sauron's Bane. This is the other one that is included in the bundle. So we got ourselves a food and an orc army. Put our Nazgul over there. All right, next pack up, Eastmark Cavalier, followed by Dunlin Creebane, Chance Met Elves, and then we're going to see the Lash of Balrog with the long list of Ents. Look at how many stages are in there. Then we get a Faramir Field of Commander with a Forest, and then we get the Ring Goes South, and Moria Marauder with Motivated Pony from Commander, Legolas Counter of Kills, Frodo Sauron's Bane with a Dunlin Creebane, Gandalf Friend of the Shire pre-release with Mines of Moria borderless foil in the back with a food and a treasure token. All right, we're down to 4 packs here. It's 4 more chances. So far, there's not a single home run in this box, which means that we are at risk, again, of losing more than $100 on one of these boxes. What's your opinion? Do you think that these are going to drop below 300 as soon as the ring has been found and confirmed? I do. All right, we got to Claim the Precious, Willow Wind, Rorium Lancer, followed by Galadriel Guide. Then we're going to see Shadowfax, Lord of Horses, Melanor, Swift Survivor, with a Swamp. Then we're going to see Rangers of Ithilithan, followed by Sharky, Tyrant of the Shire. And we're going to see Moria Scavenger with a Frodo Baggins. And then we're going to see the Buckleberry Fairy, which is a Borrow Palace in the Clouds. Another hit from the Commander set, valued just over $10. And then we're going to see another Frodo Sauron's Bane with a Wizard's Rockets. And Sam, Loyal Attendant, our first foil Commander Extended Art, followed by a food and a Smog token. So unfortunately, in this particular set, the foil Extended Art rares and mythics from Commander are they're just not holding their value. For some reason, in a lot of cases, the foils are worth less than the non-foils, probably due to the Pringling aspect of the cards. Although so far these haven't curled too much, but they're still relatively new. So we got a Nimrod Watcher with Fog of the Barrow Downs, Deceive the Messenger, and then we're going to see Pippin's Bravery with Saruman's Trickery, Book of Marskabul. Then we're going to see ourselves a Mountain with Oppress the Enemy as our main set rare, Born Upon a Wind, and then Frodo, Adventurous Hobbit, another mythic coming in from Commander. And then we're going to see Faramir, Field Commander, with Saruman of Many Colors, another mythic here. Not the best mythic, though, of Saruman. Then we're going to Mirkwood Bats, Rising of the Day, and Eorwyn, Fearless Knight as our borderless foil in the back with a food and a tentacle token. Come on, Party Tree. Save the day. There we go. I don't like using the knife, but I will if I have to. All right, we got the Gimli's Axe, followed by Sam's Desperate Rescue, the Took Reaper, and then we're going to see an Uruk High Berserker with Rising of the Day, and then a Reprieve. This is going to be the one uncommon other than Nazgul, valued over $1 in the set right now, followed by a Swamp, and then we're going to see Arwen, Mortal Queen, a mythic from the main set, followed by Fall of Caer Endros with Gollum, Scheming Guide. This is going to be, I think, one of the Jumpstart rares, followed by Gandalf, Friend of the Shire, Aragorn, Company Leader with Frodo Baggins, Lash of the Balrog, and Minas Tirith coming in as a foil borderless with food and a spirit. All right, attempt number 36 to find a single ring of any kind. You know, there are, 19,000 non-serialized rings. And then there are, I guess, 1,900 serialized rings plus the One Ring. I know there weren't a ton of these printed. Yeah, there were more than enough, I'll say, but there certainly weren't like 5 million packs printed. All right, so we got ourselves an Inherited Envelope, followed by Hithel and Knots, a Nimble Hobbit, and our last shot is going to be an Ebor Flamesmith with Tale of Tunaville, Ranger's Firebrand, a Mountain, Elrond, Master of Healing. Then we're going to see Radagast the Brown, a Mythic Extended Art coming in. Very cool to see that. Then we're going to see Field Tested Frying Pan. It's kind of funny. Gollum Patient Plotter. 3 Rings of the Elven Kings, which is the Rings of Brightonhearth. Another Mythic from Commander. With Legolas, Master Archer, Borderless, Scene Card. Gothrol, Morgul Lieutenant. And then Aragorn, Company Leader, coming in foil extended art with a Food and a Human Soldier. So we did get quite a few mythics. Happy about that. And we're guaranteed to see a mythic in here as well. Let's see if this can save the day. Either being a Cavern of Souls, Gemstone Caverns, Ancient Tomb, or the Party Tree. It is going to be a Fanghorn Forest, which is Yavimaya Cradle of Growth. Very cool to see that. Is valued over $10, so we'll take that. All right, so give me just a moment. I'll get everything sorted, organized, run the full MTG box analysis.
We'll begin today's MTG box analysis by taking a look at the cards that we were eligible to obtain in a collector booster pack and compare that to the cards that we actually saw today. We'll then review set coverage, coverage by rarity, and duplication, and to establish a baseline for value, we'll analyze the value of the set and then break down the actual observed value for the box. Finally, we'll conclude with a summary. If you want to go deeper into the analysis and see all of the metrics for this box and more than 125 others, simply join the channel at the Give Me the Data level. Let's jump right in with a comparison of the cards in today's box to the cards that we were eligible to see. Using this chart, we can see the non-foils we observed in green, the foils we observed in orange, and the cards we were eligible to see in gray as the baseline. In the non-foil space, we saw 17 showcase, 14 borderless, and 15 extended art cards from the main set. We also saw 13 extended art cards from the Commander subset. From the main set, we saw a variance of 5 cards among the primary colors of Magic in foil, with black having 11 and blue and red having 16. We also saw 3 foil showcase, 19 foil borderless, and 2 foil extended art cards from the Commander subset. In the coverage, we saw 1 of the 9 Nazguls in non-foil giving us 11% coverage. We also saw 53% of the showcase cards, along with 14 of the 19 borderless cards, good for 24%, and 15 extended art cards from the main set provided us with 29% coverage. The 13 of 106 extended art cards from the Commander subset gave us 12% coverage for that category. In the foil space, we saw 114 of the 420 cards, giving us 27% overall coverage. Our highest coverage among the primary colors of Magic was a tie between blue and red, each with 39% coverage of the set. From the Commander subset, we saw 2 foils out of a possible 106, giving us 2% coverage. Pivoting the coverage by rarity, from the main set, we saw 44% of the commons and 45% of the uncommons that we were eligible to see in non-foil. We also saw 23 rares for 26% coverage and 4 non-foil mythics for 14% coverage. In the foil space, we saw 45% of the commons and 28% of the uncommons, along with 20 rares for 14% coverage and 3 foil mythics for 6% coverage. In total, we saw 43 rares and 7 mythics from the main set. From the Commander subset, we ended up seeing 8 unique non-foil extended art rares for 12% coverage and 5 mythics for 7% coverage. In the foil space, we didn't see any rares, but we did see 2 more extended art mythics, 1 from our 12 packs and 1 in the box topper. This means that we saw 8 rares and 7 mythics from the Commander subset, 43 rares and 7 mythics from the main set, for a grand total of 51 rares and 14 mythics in the box. In today's box, we saw very low duplication with only 6 cards being repeated twice for a box duplication rate of 4%. Before we take a look at the value in today's collector booster box, let's review the value of the cards that we could have pulled. This chart shows all the cards from the main set that you can pull from a collector booster pack using non-foil market prices as of June 28, 2023. Do note that this chart does not include the surge foils, as most of them do not have market prices at this time. Currently, the set features 30 cards valued over $10, with the two most valuable being the Orcish Bowmasters, which is valued at $28.62 in standard frame and $30.90 in borderless, both of which are up a few dollars since Monday's box opening. Then you have the One Ring. The market has corrected itself, placing the bundle version of this card as the least valuable. However, the bundle edition is still a surprising $56.49. The extended art version is a few dollars more at $58.26, and the most valuable, other than the serialized one of One Ring, is the standard frame, demanding an amazing $69.61 in market price. All three of these continue to steadily rise in value. The set also features 16 cards valued between $5 and $10, 57 cards valued between $1 and $5, but the remaining 325 cards in the main set are valued under a dollar. If you were to add up the value of all 428 cards using non-foil market prices, you'd be looking at a total value of $889, which is up more than $220 in the last 3 days. Now let's begin to break down the observed value that we saw in this box, starting off in the non-foil space from the main set. In today's box, we ended up seeing two cards valued over $10. We saw the extended art Bilbo's Ring, currently valued at $10.45, and Nazgul number 100 from the main set, valued at $11.46. We also saw two non-foils in the $5 to $10 range and 12 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 31 main set non-foils in the box are currently valued less than $1. In the foil space, we saw three cards valued over $10, including the Nazgul number 338, valued at $14.75, the pre-release borderless Delighted Halfling, valued at $15.23, and the borderless Orcish Bowmasters, valued at $36.42. We also saw two foils valued between $5 and $10, and six foils valued between $1 and $5. The other 108 foils from the main set are currently valued less than a dollar. Now let's shift gears and move over to the Commander subset. In collector booster boxes, you can pull up to 106 different extended art cards. Currently, 14 of these are valued over $10, with the top 5 being the same that we saw earlier this week. Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth, Glittering Caves, and Ancient Tomb are up over the past few days, but Cavern of Souls and the Great Henge have dropped a few dollars. The subset also features 13 cards valued between $5 and $10 and 26 cards valued between $1 and $5. The other 53 cards are currently valued less than $1. In today's box, we saw one of the 14 cards valued over $10 in our 12 packs, which was the Buckleberry Fairy, aka Aboro Palace in the Clouds, valued at $13.91. The other card was our box topper, Fanghorn Forest, or Yavimaya Cradle of Growth, currently valued at $17.91 in foil. We saw two additional non-foils valued between $5 and $10, and three non-foils that are valued between $1 and $5. The other 8 cards that we saw from the Commander subset are currently valued less than $1. So how did this box perform? Well, I purchased this box through Amazon at pre-order for $349.79. The current market price for these boxes as of June 28th, 2023 is $480.52. This is up almost $43 since Monday. Today's collector booster box contained 12 packs with 15 cards each, allowing us to see 180 cards plus a box topper. That box topper ended up being Yavimaya Cradle of Growth, valued at $17.91. The 14 other Commander subset cards are currently valued at $39.43. The 57 common and 12 basic lands are valued at $13.36. The 47 uncommons are valued at $40.11, and the 43 main set rares have a current market value of $110.73. Finally, the 7 main set mythics are valued at $21.91. Add it all up, and the grand total for this box comes up to be a disappointing $243.45 in market value, which is a loss of $104 under the price I paid, which means that I only saw a return of 70% of my purchase price in card value. Now, for those of you interested in cards valued just over $2, the numbers look like this. In total, we saw 22 cards valued over $2 in this box, and they have a current combined value of $187.76, which means that those 22 cards represent 77% of the total box value. Be sure to come back tomorrow when I'll be doing a true side-by-side comparison of all the collector booster boxes opened up on the channel with updated pricing and a consolidated view of what I ended up with in the boxes. Get early access to videos, download the analysis for every box open on the channel, and personally DM me, just like these fine people, all by becoming a member of the channel through YouTube or over at mtgboxanalysis.com. You'll find links in the description. Until next time, do something amazing.